Welcome to Can Angels Fly? I'm Nancy, and I'm here for another Aquarius rant, and it's an update rant. To some extent, I've always been a skeptic when it comes to anything, including tarot reading and astrology. So, I'm always trying something. During Mercury retrograde, when it's possible for miscommunications and electronic breakdowns, I'm doing everything in my power so that it doesn't happen. An example of a Mercury retrograde experience I had, this was some years ago, but this is when I just really started trying or testing the energies. This is about four or 5 years ago. It was a Mercury retrograde at hand. I had come to realize that the energies run early in my life. The vibration hit me early before the planetary alignment or retrograde takes place. So I was with my significant other at the time, and I was like, okay, I noticed that every time this Mercury retrograde thing happened, it's the issue. I said, so Nancy, don't you say a word, because I'm hot and fiery. I always share with you here on YouTube, I have a Leo ascent, and I can be hot and fiery. So I'm like, okay, don't you say a word. Just be submissive, be quiet, keep it zip, and see if you can get through this Mercury retrograde without incident. Lord and behold, that mother-sucking joker will raise hell. Ooh. Anyway, I just look at him like, okay, all right, whatever you say, sweetheart. And I tried to keep my space and all kind of stuff. Did it help? Not at all. Not at all. During those Mercury retrogrades, he was bound to get angry and start an argument and walk out about simple stuff or miscommunications. I didn't answer the phone because it's at the bottom of my purse. Anything would start an argument. Just anything. With that Mercury retrograde, it's real. Typing something wrong, cross messages, anything. So, like I said, at that time, I did everything in my power so that I wouldn't have to suffer the experiences associated with the Mercury retrograde energy relative to my relationship with that other. But what I found out is it was nothing that I could do. Now, I shared that past experience because I'm still testing as usual. And I just reported in the last Aquarius rant that covered mid-November through December that it was some joker or Miss Kitty Cat coming back into Aquarius life. And it would be for a temporary time for most Aquariuses. That joker or Miss Kitty Cat, whatever they had going on somewhere else, hit a rough spot. And so they needed to come on into Aquarius embrace for some tender love and care, to be, nurtured and, healed and patted on and smooshed on and, all that Aquarius love we give. And sure enough, Mr. Joker for me, been contacted to the point I turned my phone off. I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. That's ridiculous. Now, it's been like about 2 years. Enough is enough. That's insane. You didn't need Nancy, this Aquarius, for 2 years. And now you want to ring my phone off the chain or drop by? No. How dare you? So I got an attitude. My Leo said, I got an attitude. How dare you? So this rant is really about how I'm a little upset with the astrological energies because that was the best it could do. So I got attitude. That was the best it could do was bringing back the Joker that I had all the Mercury retrograde issues with and a whole bunch of other stuff, I guess. What about something new, universe? What about something new? Do I really have to wait until the astrological energy lines up and is conductive with bringing in a new experience? I just wonder. Because when I look at the stars, I haven't gone too far ahead. But what I have looked at, there's nothing special there. Nothing special. Let's see, I didn't play. I'm just ranting. I'm really ranting now. So I'm going to be all over the place. I also reported that in one of the videos, either the collective tarot reading, collective blast tarot reading, as well as the Aquarius readings in November, that we are like a beacon from within, from in our hearts, our desires, our heart's desires. Many Aquarius' heart desire is to, live and live abundantly. Let our hair down, have fun, make love, not war, those kind of things. Just enjoy life, indulge in our five senses. And so we are beacon. I told you we like beep, 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 beep. And I told you some old joker, kitty cat is ready to answer. And in my case, they did. Been trying to. However, there was so much experience said and done. I apologize, my computer's saying something. There was so much said and done during the course of our relationship that showed that person didn't appreciate me. They did not love me the way I wanted to be loved. They were trying to offer me life experiences that I didn't want. I didn't sign up for. I had no intentions of engaging in what I did engage in. But I'm a baby. I'm a simple little foolish Aquarius girl. I engaged in some things that really don't represent me, nor my heart's desires. To be perfectly honest, this is something else I share on YouTube. Maybe not so much in the tarot readings, but in, the other readings I do as I break down different aspects and components of life, is I didn't understand this place, this world, and the things that happen, And I think I'm going to make a video, and it's going to deal with the law of attraction. And I'm going to go into depth with the law of attraction, because I didn't understand the law of attraction. When I research it and listen to other people's videos and read up on it, positive thinking, I'm not saying positive thinking can't bring you something good. It can work. But I think the law of attraction goes a little bit deeper than that. Because I'm biased. This is a biased rant as usual. Update. But because you give good out, because you give good loving out, because you give amazing support out. I ain't gonna say none of it is unconditional, because yes, I am expecting and anticipating some respect, love, and support back. So I would be lying if I say it was unconditional. Now, I do believe that I have an unconditional respect for everyone. We're all in the same boat rowing in this earth, in this world, whatever it consists of. That's what I break down on this channel so I can understand. But in my real world, real time, especially significant others and families and friends, I expect something in return. My life and my energy is precious to me. And I love me. I also love them. But if I'm willing to give a portion, a part of my vital life force energy to sustain their life, shouldn't they feed back into me? At least the best they can. I'm not saying everybody loves the same way. But love me respectfully with all that you have. And I guess that's a bad desire as well. Because what if, like Joker, the old Joker, Dex, was loving me the best way he knew how? That consisted of lying, cheating, trying to be manipulative or controlling. But maybe that's all he knew. It just wasn't for me, I guess. Now, I'm all over the place. I remind you, this is just an Aquarius rant. Yes, I'm going to consult the cards, and I'm going to let you know what I'm consulting the cards on because I'm irritated. I'm tired of this. Now, that old Joker is just as handsome as he always has been to me. You know, that kind of thing. But it was the interaction, the social interaction that I felt wasn't fair to me. I am, I guess you could say, bougie. I want to be treated like a queen. And I'm willing to treat him like a king, if you know what I mean. You know, that kind of thing. And when I don't get that, I'm so unhappy. And I've come to this place in my life that I realized I was like, if I'm not being treated like a queen, sported like a mink coat on his arm, on his back, or whatever you want to say, then I'm not going to be happy. And I'm selling myself short. I'm selling myself out. That's not fair to me. The issue is now I'm by myself. But it's no more arguing. It's no more being manipulated. It's no more person controlling me. It's no more sleepless nights when this person got to the point where they decided not to come in or call. So it's no more of that. So I'm very appreciative of that. But on the same, on the other side of the coin, same coin, I'm by myself. I'm by myself. I treat me like a queen. But what about somebody out there that won't appreciate me for me? I'm just thinking. And I got to thinking and came to this rant, this update, because the stars lined up and did their magic, did what they do, and caused everybody to shimmy into place, including him. I'm a beacon. And I want what I want. I want what I need. And the only sap-sucking joker is him? That's deep. So, in one of the videos, I think it was the last Aquarius rant, I was talking about, I got a lot of beacons out here. You know, I'm throwing a lot of vibrations out here. Law of attraction. And I don't want to give the contents of my video, Law of Attraction, out. I suggest that when it comes out, that everybody watch it. Like I always talk about, the extra videos that I make are going to make sense relative to your personal life. Eventually. And I think I'll kind of expose how the other videos, everything that I make, that dog, I'm going to choke his little neck. Scrappy, don't start. I apologize. I guess I'm not alone, you know. How all of the videos that I make have to do with you and your personal life, your existence here in this world. Many of you, I've noticed, concentrate just on the tarot readings for your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising. That's great. That is your personal, intimate world that shows some potential experiences or happenings for you. You know, again, these are general readings, and I'm reading for a mass amount of people. Now, the other videos that I make, the remainder of my catalog, is about life in general, overall, just the existence of life in this place called Earth. That too is a part of you and your reading. And it will help you understand why you're having the experiences you are having. I say that because, again, I'm considering making another law of attraction. I started the law of attraction series. It's going to be the universal laws that I'm about to go through. But I started it with as above, so below, as within, so without. It's important to you personally, so you can understand what's taking place. Now, I bring those videos up and what I anticipate to work on in the near future, because right here, right now, it's playing out in my life. I'm a beacon. Beep, beep, beep. Why is it that only the Joker is reaching out? Going into the law of attraction. I must research this subject because I need to clearly understand what's taking place. I vaguely believe I know what's taking place, but I need to know. Now, one of the laws or the rules or sub-rules underneath the law of attraction that I've identified that's very significant or relevant to my future experiences is that, see, this is what I've been waiting for. I got to get some money so I can get 2 magnets so that I can, use those as illustrations doing the, or props or whatever you want to call it, doing my presentation on law of attraction. But we know this is basic science, natural science. A magnet, you got the north end and the south end. We know that the north end and the south end attract. On the other hand, the North Pole, when introduced to another North Pole, repel. And it is the same if the South Pole is introduced to another South Pole. It repels. And I'm going somewhere with this information relative to this rant. That why does the North Pole, when introduced to another North Pole, or the South Pole, when introduced to another South Pole, repel each other? Well, it's because they have the exact same properties. The North Poles have nothing to offer to each other. The South Poles have nothing to offer to each other. So they repel. They can't get nothing done. They go on about their way, looking for something that they can gain something from. And when that is achieved in nature, we have the North Pole meets the South Pole, and they attract. The North and South Pole are so attracted to each other, you can't barely pull them apart once they meet. And it's because the next law is the law of correspondence, the law of polarity. We have all these things. I can't even think of them now. I got the whole thing written out. I'm just waiting for magnets. Anyway, I'm just ranting. I'm all over the place, but I'm going somewhere with this. Just ride the wave with me. This is an Aquarius rant update. So, there are some properties that the North Pole, let me stop. The North Pole, whatever it means to be the North Pole, is whole. It's complete. It has all the components and aspects of the North Pole. Now, we probably start talking about some type of electrons and neutrons and all that kind of things, however that works. It's 100% a whole piece, a whole part. I'm a whole part. Then the South Pole is the same thing. Whatever it means to be a South Pole, it got everything it needs. It is 100% whatever the properties are to create the South Pole. It's 100% complete. However, the North Pole does not know what it is to be the South Pole. The North Pole does not have many of the components or properties of the South Pole. So it's like, come on over here, girl, and let me talk to you. It's the exact same thing when it comes to the South Pole. The South Pole don't know what it means to be the North Pole. The South Pole doesn't have many of the properties of the North Pole. So it's intrigued. And she says, come on over here. You know, that kind of thing. And so they pull to each other. They are attracted to each other in order to perform the law or of correspondence or what's this I can't stand when I can't talk, but you know what I mean. They got something to give each other. So the North Pole and the South Pole enter a contract with each other. And what are the terms and conditions of that contract? It says, hey, I know I'm full. I'm 100% woman. I'm 100% South. And he says, I'm 100% North. I'm all man. But what you got? What can you give me or offer me? So the North Pole offers the South Pole its properties, enhancing the South Pole. And in reverse, the South Pole is permitted to indulge the properties of the North Pole and vice versa, enhancing one another. They're having an exchange. Reciprocity, I think is the word I was looking for, something like that. And I bring that up. Now, that's a video I'm going to work on soon. We're going to go in detail all the way through that. Because we're going to compare nature, natural science, to us. We're part of nature, science, this place, Earth. But I'm going to stop there. But I brought that up because, like I said, Aquarius, myself, we're beacons. Beep, 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 beep. So I'm the South Pole. I'm 100% complete. But I don't have the other. What will I draw into me? See, that's going in deeper into that video that I'm going to be working on. But what will I draw into me? Well, I'm going to tell you what I want, but is that what I'm going to get? I want strong stallion with a viper, if you know what I mean. Intellectual, having abilities. I like men to get a little dirty and grimy. I'm a good girl. We like bad boys, that kind of thing. So, somebody that I can laugh with, joke with, overeat with, and there don't have to be no shame. That kind of thing. Kind of a fun fellow, but then serious. Saturn has been governing my life, so I probably need a guy a little more reared by Saturn as well. He'll understand me, maybe. That kind of thing. And so I have a vision or idea of the kind of fellow I like to engage, friend or friends I like to meet. But will I get it? Will I get it? Again, that's going a little more into the video I'm going to make. But I bring that up because, again, I'm a beacon. Beep, beep, beep. I want to let my hair down, have an experience, overindulge, and all kind of stuff, And the only thing that has happened thus far, as noted in the tarot reading, is that dang on Joker answer. Joker. Answered. The beacon. Did I contact him? No. Was I thinking on him? No. Well, only during the reading when it was revealing that they would be reaching out to me. And then when they start reaching out to me, I really got this sick feeling in my stomach. I was like, oh, for real though? For real though? All this cute beauty, you know, I know I'm a beacon, and that's all I can draw. Now that's where I'm going. When I talk about the law of attraction, that's all I can draw. You mean to tell me, universe, I ain't did no better all of this work and YouTubing and studying and doing praying, whatever. I'm going through a whole bunch of stuff. And you mean to tell me, universe, that's still what I'm pulling. Oh, such an insult. So I have been just sick on my stomach. As I said, I've been trying to send out waves of law of attraction other ways. I haven't heard much. A few flirts, when it comes to romantic interests or possibilities, suitors or something like that. A little flirtation, but nothing moving forward, nothing serious. Annoying. I talk so much I forget. Aquarius rant. I'm just ranting. I'm going somewhere with this. I was saying earlier in this video, like, dang, do I have to wait for the planetary planets to enter a planetary alignment that offers me the opportunity to meet someone new? And until then, long as the planets line up and I'm a beacon, only the Joker answer, even though I've done all the work. Come on now. And I say this because the way the planets line up, from what I can see, it ain't like every 30 days they line up, you get the chance for this, or this, or this during the course of a month. It's not even have to be within a 3 or 5 year span that you get an opportunity to do this, and this. What I'm trying to say, if I have to wait for the planetary alignments to line up in my favor, well, hell, that planetary alignment might have happened 10 years ago, 30 years ago, and may not be due to line up again for another 20 years. Lord have mercy. Now, I was just talking to an associate of mine, another fine lady, and she confided in me, and I'm going to share with you because you don't know who I'm talking about. She has not been in a sexual relationship, nor had a man, in 17 years. I ain't got no tissue. When she told me that, I just started crying. I was like, oh. And she's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm like, I was just devastated. At the time she shared that with me, it took me back to my mom. My mom, she was single, without a mate, for equally as long, if not longer. No intimacy. No sex. No companion. A companion, a road dog, somebody to hang with, somebody to overindulge with, eating, traveling, sitting on the porch, twiddling your thumbs and your toes while you watch the sun come up and go down. Nothing. For 17 years plus. I'm telling y'all, I'm devastated. While I'm in my prime and I'm a beacon, beep, 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 beep. I don't know if I'm making this make sense. That all I am able to pull in is the Joker and a few compliments. Flirts. With the potential. I know I ain't going to mess with the Joker. He already showed me what he working with, what he capable of, and what he about. It don't line up with me and who I am and my vision of myself. I'm a queen, and you're gonna treat me as such. I can't force you to treat me as such. So if you show me that you can't or you won't, then I have no other choice but not to engage. So it doesn't change the fact that I'm still a beacon. I still want things. I still need things. I still want to live life and life abundantly. That don't change. I'm still a beacon. Law of attraction. Can I pull in, as I live my life, something or someone, not something, someone that is a whole person that has an interest in sharing their life with me and has an interest in me, or that I will have an interest in sharing my life with. At this point in time, me as Nancy, at this point, at 47 years old, all that I've gone through, lived through, been through, saw, witnessed, whatever the case has been for me, is what creates my beacon. Have I healed from traumatic experiences? I hope so. Have traumatic experiences stopped happening to me? Sadly not. So I'm still in a constant trying to maintain and keep myself healed and whole, so and not to be broken or to where it affects or influences my life, or influencing someone else's life in a negative way. And see, that's a part of the next video that I want to make. Now, that's the one I think I'm going to do behind this one today, is how I just did a video. It was called, I just mentioned it, As Above, So Below, As Within, So Without. And it's called The Basic Law of Attraction. Go watch it now, because it has to do with you as well, personally, and why things are happening to you. And so I wanted to take that whole concept a little further. So I'm just going to highlight it here, because right here, right now, this natural law, this order set forth by God, is playing in my life. I'm sure it always is playing, but I'm very aware of it. And it always has been. Like I said, I'm a good girl. I'm biased. This is a biased Aquarius rant. I'm biased. I'm a good girl. I like bad boys. But it's not about that. It is about, I'm a good girl. And so I live a certain way. Let's see. An example from that particular video I just mentioned is that God is everything. He is all. He's the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He is the collective. He is the collective, not just the consciousness. He's the source. He's the initial spark, the jolt. And that initial spark or jolt is represented when it comes down into our realm as Aries, the first house of Aries. And so when his God's, the divine, the creator's energy basically rains down from on high and comes down into this dense, low vibrational world, it becomes the energy or the energy of Aries in the first house of our identity, etc., etc. Now, how will we live out God's energy is based on our internal filter, our emotional state, our psychological states. Aries can be, if you're not filtered out, it can be very impulsive energy. But it also represents drive and motivation and different things like that. And so that's what I handled in that video. Now I want to take it and make sense to why you're not the only person in the world. I'm not the only person in the world. Simply because I'm a good girl, I'm biased. And I push out without me. I try to push out positive energy, positive attributes of the divine through me into the world. It does not mean that that's what's coming back to me. Doesn't mean that that's what's coming back to me. Because I got Mr. Joker over here. I got Miss Kitty over here. And they each have filters that they are pushing things out into the world. Let's say that Mr. Joker and Miss Kitty, they got their names because they haven't tended to psychological wounds and fears and life experiences that have led them to have more of an unhealthy state of consciousness, and so they push out into the world aggression or violence or being domineering or controlling. I might catch that, and so I hope I'm making sense. It's a rant. I may catch that. Oh, Joker, push out domineering and control. And I'm sitting over here like, bless your heart. He'd be like, bitch, I'm joking. You know what I'm saying? You're going to choke me. I'm trying to say, hey, I love you. I'm going to choke you. And my whole point is that I have nothing to do with what they push out. All I can control is what I catch. And now there's billions of us in this world. So we constantly throwing out and catching all the time. I hope y'all getting what I'm saying. I'm going somewhere with this. This is Aquarius Rant is a biased Aquarius Rant is an update. And what I'm trying to get to, I know is slow, but I'm a beacon. I still want what I want and need what I need. There's only the Joker that is answering this beacon. I didn't reach out to them, but they're consistently reaching out to me. Am I weak at this time? No. I'm actually appalled. Oh, how dare you? That's where I am. But my issue is, it's billions and billions of people in this world, billions of experiences. It's even 1,000,000 ways to die, they say. You know the little movie. But yet, only the Jokers responded. That was just like a sad note. Because I'm getting somewhere with this. I'm irritated. I'm mad. I got an attitude. I done told y'all. So, we each are throwing out and pulling in the emotional responses of others or from ourselves. We have no control over what somebody else push out. We can only control what we take in. I shared early in this video, I didn't understand this world, this life when I was younger. That's part of what led me here, to make it make sense. To share what it took me 47 years to learn because I was so confused. Some of this that I do is not for, the older generation. If you need it, of course, it's there. But it's for any young folk that may come along and say, this place don't make no sense to me at all. I want to give them that heads up. You ain't got to go through it. I'm a share it. I already been through it. There's all these bumps and bruises and battle scars. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. And so I didn't know. A lot of these things didn't make sense. When I went to school, it didn't make sense. What you telling me to add X's up for? X's ain't numbers. Oh, now it's a variable. Well, how you know what the variable is? I was always asking why, and I was constantly failing. I'm like, what? I told y'all that one day I heard something say, stop asking why and follow the rules. After I heard that, I was like, okay. And I began to pass. And so that's where I am now. I still ask why, but I also understand that there are rules to every aspect of life. So I'm studying the rules to this place, to this world. No more bumps and bruises, no more battle scars. No, I ain't going out like that. I'm putting on the full armor of God from now on. Anyway, that was another side note. Just ranting, lose myself. So, okay. Who am I calling into me? Do I have to wait for a perfect astrological alignment to meet someone that is worthy of me feeling secure with, enough to let my hair down, turn up, make love, not war? Or am I calling in or drawing in? Because, see, I'm South. I'm the South Pole. And, I'm the South Pole. I'm the South Pole. And I am complete as South Pole, complete as woman, feminine energy. But I don't know what it is to be North, the male, the masculine, the protector, the provider. I don't know that. That's not my role. That ain't my role. And so I'm interested in engaging another that possesses that energy. Of course, there are other criteria that exist. Now, there are many men or North Poles that are masculine and controlling and gritty and, got that grit, that kind of thing. I'm a good girl looking for a bad boy, that kind of thing. But outside of that, what am I drawing into me? If I'm eligible to draw the North Pole in, and I'm saying it from a psychological place. Am I really healed? Because I told y'all, I got an attitude now. So, would I repel others because I have an attitude now? Like, how dare you, mistreat me or talk to me or any way or, cheat on me or try to control me? How dare you? I got an attitude, it's so many facets to make up a person's filter, that internal place. I talked about it using a dream catcher as an analogy in that as above, so below video. Everything that a person experienced, everything that I experienced is what is used to determine the kind of people or company that I'm introduced to, have the opportunity to engage. Either way, doesn't matter. We're there to learn. There to learn. There to learn. We meet each other to learn. Anyway, I'm ranting around there. I got 15 minutes. I'm going to look at some cards. I'm just messing with the standard deck of playing cards, Aquarius, since I'm going through so much. I'm so upset. And so I'm inquiring about new opportunities, new beginnings. What is the problem? What the answer to this thing about the new beginning? Billions and billions of opportunities, 1,000,001 ways to die, plus ... And I'm not looking for the death. Oh, not yet. I'm too young and cute. I'm looking for love, fun, and romance. A new beginning. Well, these cards fell out. I don't even know what they are. We're going to read them and see what it say for us, Aquarius. Me, anyway. Me. I'm in the me stage, too. Well, the Nine of Pentacles, it's Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Diamonds. Diamonds represents the earth, the physical, the fleshy, the tangible, the indulgence in this world, in your five senses, in yourself. It deals with the manifestation, manifested in this world, what you feel like you need. The nine is the house of Sagittarius. It's going out living those life experiences with all gusto and zeal and enthusiasm, moving forward and being committed to whatever the experience is. Now, when I think back to that doggone Joker, now this is the last time I'm missing this Joker because I'm trying to look forward and see what is to come, and relative to love and romance, something new, a new opportunity. It ain't a goddamn ace in my hand, but I ain't gonna worry about that. I'm gonna read the cards in a minute. But being committed to whatever the experience is. Now, if, say hypothetically, just going back to this joker one more time, when that joker started calling and coming back and ringing my phone, they cut off, and I didn't cut my phone off. And I say, oh, what the who? Because it's still fine. It's still fast, still strong, still, gritty and grimy kind of thing. I'm a good girl here. He a bad boy. Okay. And I say, well, let me go play because I know what that's about. I would have to have been committed to the experiences that I would have with him, or me even agreeing to engage him, be around him, speak to him on the phone. I would have, without speaking, but in the spirit, agreed or committed to being engaged with him in that experience and all that it is about. So, cutting off Joker and Miss Kitty too, let's talk about something new. This 9 of Diamonds here, which is 9 of Pentacles, talks about that same energy, being committed to the experience. Based on where I am now, right here, the beacon. The experience that I'm going through is literally being the beacon, being without a significant other, not knowing what the future holds. It could possibly consist of 17 years plus of no intimacy. But the 9 of Diamonds talks about being committed to whatever the unknown is and enthusiastically moving forward in life in order to manifest what I need. Now, what does that mean when I say what I need? Well, it seems that God knows us a little bit better than we know ourselves. So there is something, I say that I'm whole, that I am all of the South Pole. I'm all woman, female, but there must be more that I need that I'm not aware of with this doggone 9 of Diamonds. So it's just saying that it's showing that moving forward enthusiastically through life experiences, not knowing what it holds. It may hold 17 years. It may not hold intimacy anymore. That there is something still yet that I need to learn or manifest or gain from my life experiences. Ugh. Anyway, the next card is the 7 of Cups. Not the 7 of Clubs, 7 of Clubs. I got so excited I looked at them, but I didn't look. I'm just gonna. I didn't look at them, but I looked at them, but I didn't look at them. I didn't comprehend them. Next one is 7 of Clubs. I got excited. So the 7 of Clubs suggests entering a contract with another. You remember how the North Pole and the South Pole come together to have an exchange to learn? So right here, it promises that in the course of my experiences to come, and this is shared with other Aquarius, that I will enter other partnerships. Active, this is clubs. Active clubs is the same as wands. An active partnership, really engaging whatever that activity is. There will be terms and conditions. Will you be aware of the terms and conditions while you're in the experience, what you are moving forward to learn and attempting to accomplish? Will you be conscious and aware of what you're giving over to the other? But the 7 of Clubs talks about that partnership. It represents one-to-one intimate connections, whether professional or personal. It represents entering any form or any contractual agreement with another or others. Now, depending, of course, how long you live from this moment forward, suggests that some of these people will be a part of your daily routine, or this person will be a part of your daily routine, your health, those kind of things. Oh, Lord Jesus. So sometimes, I'm looking for love. So, it can be interpreted many different ways, looking at it broadly or generally. I'm really focusing on love and intimacy and connecting and having that beacon that I have within me that's going off, fulfilled. And so I'm going to keep it straight on that. And so it talks about entering contracts. What will the ultimate experience be? Because 7 is an odd number. Well, again, me will be living and learning. So if we have learned, if we have come in conjunction with another that has learned and understands all those terms and conditions and what you're in it for, and those kind of things, then there's potential for us to come together and create something, actively work towards something, or move toward a common goal, a common purpose, etc., etc. And that relationship can move on and get deeper. But if we engage another and they us, and we don't understand why we are there, what we're doing, terms and conditions, nor do they. Heck, it could be that we perfectly understand, but they don't understand. They're after their own agenda. They have their own selfish motivations. Okay, well, that suggests with the 7. 7 is a high level. Hopefully, I don't have a coughing fit. I get emotional. Dry throat. Okay, I think I got it together. Its potential for the 7 is odd number, therefore it's high level or mid-grade level potential for an imbalance. Somebody wins, in particular, somebody obtains over the other. Somebody chooses to go off and veer off on something else. That kind of thing. Okay. Well, let's move on, because the next one is the King of Clubs. This is general. For me, this is masculine, but if you are a fellow Aquarius, this can represent a female Aquarius. She may be a little more controlling. I immediately start feeling of the Lilith type. So be careful, Aquarius males. This is not just for now. This is into the near future, way up into the new year. I can see this even going through all year. All year. This is part of the life journey of Aquarius. It's many Aquariuses. But the King of Clubs, remember, clubs represents wands, fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, these are some passionate people. They live passionately. That lines up. It goes with the 9 of diamonds, which is, earth energy, is Sagittarius energy. Then we have over here with the 7 of clubs, and that's also fire, partnerships of fire. So it can be, Aquarius can be very passionate. So we may have another future Joker and Miss Kitty on our hands. We have to be very aware of what we're dealing with. And so I'm going to really track this during my Aquarius rants. But the King of Clubs is also the King of Wands. Again, this is a fellow or Miss Kitty that lives passionately. They enjoy life, and they may feel free to be able to do as they wish, engage who they want to engage. Like I said, I feel that Lilith energy. This person won't be controlled. They in a sexual energy. They know how to use it. Oh, Aquarius, we know how to pull some hotties, huh? But I don't see much commitment. They are committed, though, to having a life experience so that you can learn, so that you can gain. I'm so tired of this mess. This seems to be all that I can get. I don't know about y'all, but like I said, Aries, impulsive nature, possible aggression, trying to control, trying to choke your neck off when you try and throw them love, that kind of thing. Or very seductive energy, very egocentric, egotistical kind of folks. But again, the fire has this, it's not sex appeal. They have this sex appeal. So watch. I guess we have fun, Aquarius. We can have fun during that course of our life. The last card, isn't it, made me say it. The 5 of Hearts. The 5 of Hearts represents a low level of emotional instability. The Hearts, of course, corresponds with the Cup suit of home, family, love, a person's current emotional state at any given point in their life. There's a mid-grade level of potential for instability. And why is that? It's because either you can come together and work with another, obtain a level of harmony, attach and move forward, just like with the Seven of Clubs, on a common goal or purpose. Meaning it seems for Aquarius, myself, is that it's like finding a needle in a haystack. 17 years plus. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. Someone that you really, really can work with, love with, for a main goal or a purpose. If that is not the case, with complete understanding and awareness about what's taking place, what are the terms and conditions of your contract with another. And when you see another is not fulfilling the terms or conditions that you have laid on the table, many times unspoken, unspoken, we just assume, I think, that a person learns our character and the things that we like or want. Maybe we need to verbalize that a little clearer in the beginning. But if they can't fulfill the terms and conditions of the contract, because remember, they're fired, they're free, they're moving, they're impulsive, they live passionately, there's so much for them to experience, including you, Aquarius, and me, that they can keep it moving. See that they can't fulfill the terms and conditions of the contract, the ones that you set for. Leads to the 5: emotional instability, sadness, fears, regrets, crying. Is this the cycle? Is this a part of an Aquarius experience? Bring it on, universe. But not with Joker. I'm a try to pay attention. I am. The 5 of Hearts can represent broken homes after they've been established. Broken hearts, regrets. It is where you may get with another person, y'all vibe well, but one of your small social circles really doesn't appreciate your relationship with them, that you two get along so well, that you two love so well, those kind of things. These are things that Aquarius may have to overcome. We'll have to overcome. And so this is another thing, Aquarius, I'm going to let you go because I'm about to the point of this, is that this, I'm going to concentrate here. This is you. This is your significant other. And you're in love. It's just the two of you. And you vibe well. And it is the law of polarities, opposites attract, and it's this reciprocal nature, loving, giving, supporting, cherishing, going through the hard times, difficult times of life. But before you met them, you had your small social circle, the people that you frequent, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, people from your neighborhood or community, whoever makes up your small social circles, all them little nosy people. Potential gossip, the people you party with, all kind of stuff, let your hair down with. You learn what you got to do in this world, or what's anticipated of you. So you had them. Not only you, but they did too. Now, when you two come together, these people still exist for them and for you. Now y'all together. Well, some of these people down here, them gossipers, not going to appreciate or uphold or sustain your partnerships with the others. So this is something that I'm picking up for Aquarius. Understand that you, Aquarius, cannot make your significant other stay connected with you, love you, respect you, appreciate you, stand up for you against their small social circle. That's something that they have to choose to do on their own. So that is the key. I'm picking up. I really am getting this download. That is one of the keys, because you need to move from this 5. We need to move from this 5 up to the 6. They must stand up for you. Or, Aquarius, if it is you that have the gossipers, the no's and neighbors and friends and stuff all in the middle of your relationships or partnerships, then it's up to you to stand up to these other folks on behalf of your significant other. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. End of Aquarius rant. I want to be able to upload this video, and it may not let me because it's over an hour. Bye.